In this project, we have already added the app routing.module. So we'll go and we'll create over here the routing. We'll do the separation we are not going to do in the app.module.ts. We have the menu. In that menu, we have just created this DMART and the two buttons over here we have created. Now suppose to implement the routing over here, we require to add some over here. So let me go and add. So below this span tag, I will go and I will create the div, and below this div we have the match button, and then in this anchor tag we have the href. So while studying the routing concept, we will see the difference between the href and the router link. So when you use the href, it will go and it will refresh your page every time whenever you go and click. But we don't want to refresh our page. Only I want the content should be changed and the URL address bar should change. So we'll use the concept of router link, and then we require to pass over here. So suppose I have passed home, and over here I have written home. In the same way, you can go and you can create, like suppose we have to create about us. So we'll create on over here about us, and then we have suppose grocery product. Suppose I have given some grocery product, and then I have given over here product. Then we can have the carrier, or let's first write the contact us, and then finally we can go and we can create the carriers over here. Save this, and now if you go and see the URL over here, so it look like this: home, about, all this. And let me comment for time being, when you go and start creating the API, at that time I will go and use this forms when you will go and create forms for the login and the registration. So let me go and comment, save, and in the head what we are using, head for likes. Okay, so now we have this grocery over here. Now I want to go and implement the routing. So once I will click on the home, it should go and display the home content, and the when I click on the grocery product, then only it should come over here and it should display the product. So how we can go and we can implement? So as we remember, to implement the routing, we require to import the router module and routes from at the rate angular forward slash router, and we'll go and we'll create the object and that object, and there is the for root. When you go and create the router over here, so there is a for root, so it will be used in the parent. And when you go and create the features and the sub modules, so we'll go and use the for child. Now let's go and create this. So already we have included the app routing module.ts. So inside this, you can see already it has been imported router modules in the route, and it has created the object and it has given the name. So this name of your choice, whatever the name you want to go and keep. So when you see we have done this, included the routing at the starting. So almost everything has been done by the compiler. Like it has imported both the router module and the routes from the at the rate angular forward slash router, and it has created the object, and it has in this interface it is inheriting, and it is array, and it has also added in the for root routes, and we are creating separately this module over here, which is our app routing dot module. So it has exported, then only it will be go and recognized by the our main module over here, which is our app dot module dot ts. Now let's add the inside the object. So opening and closing, and then we have the path, and by default, suppose I'm and over here I am passing the component, and over here I go and I will pass the home component. So you can see over here we don't have any home component, only the grocery and the menu. So I will go and create a home component over here, cmd cls ng gc. And if you want to structure in a folder wise, so you can structure like all the components you want to structure in a component folder. So you can go and you can write components forward slash home. So it will go and it will first create the components folder. Inside that it will go and create the home, and then inside that it will go and create all the files. Now suppose I don't want to create the spec file, so I can write escape test equal to true. So now it has been created and it has been updated in the module files. Now if I will go and open this, so we have the this comp, you can see this is a folder, and then the folder, and then we have the three files. Now let me go and add home component. Okay, we have added, and now we want to display this on the basis of the routing or not typing in the URL address bar. So you have to add router outlet as well in the our main component, outer outlet. This is going to be the opening tag, and then we have the closing tag. Now let me go to the, let's save this file and go to the app.component, and over here we are displaying the this container over here, we are displaying the item. Now I want to make these items in a some other folder which we can make. So suppose for time being, I will go and comment this. Save, and over here I will go, and I want my menu to be the always it will be the constant wherever you go and navigate. So it will be on always on the top over here, the menu we have created in the menu. Now I will go and add over here router outlet. Save, go to the UI and see by default it is homeworks. If we'll go and click on the other, so it will. So let's first go and create all the components like the about us, grocery, contact, and the career. So the same way you have to just go and so instead of home, I will create about us, and then we'll go and create for grocery product, and then we have the con contact us, and then finally we have the carrier. So now all the component has been created, the home, contact us, all this. Now let's go and add all this in the routing. And then we have the about us, grocery product, and then we have contact us, and then we have the carrier, And now we have the menu. So we have grocery product, and then we have contact us, and then finally we have the carrier. Save this, save this routing as well. Now let's see whether it's working. So by default, it will be the home, and then we have the about us, grocery, contact us, and then we have the carrier. Now we forgot to add one more component. Like suppose if user go and start typing something over here, and that component is not over here. So we want to use the wildcard route. And always we have to use the wildcard route at the end of all the routings. So let me go and create a component which is will be the page not found. So over here I will go and create page not found. And we have created this page not found. And always we'll go and use the wildcard route at the end of this routing. So path, and for wildcard route we are using the two asterisk. So let me go over here, two asterisk, and then component. So here we have save, and now if I go and let me do some this tag over here. So page not found, put in the h1 tag, and it should be the way you want to create this page with image or some content. You can go and you can create. So always there will be some, you will go and try to hack with some different typing to you in the URL address part, and that will be not in our route object. So this page will be what. Now let me make style text line and equal to center. Save this, and now if I'll go, so we are getting homeworks, everything it is working fine. Now if I'll go and try to engage over here, suppose gallery I will try to access, and that is not in our component. So you can see we got this component over here, and always this should be placed at the bottom. Always this wildcard will be always on the bottom. If you go and put on the middle or on the any of the between also, so always this will be get executed when it falls. It will go and it will execute always this. So it is always best to go and keep this on your. Now, if you see by default, we have given the blank and we are using the component. Now suppose over here in this, if I'll go and click on home, so we are not getting anything over here. Why? Because we have created this route only on the blank. So instead of this, I can go and I can create this. And I will go and give over here home and the component. And on this, I will go and do redirect home and path match. We have to go and give the full save. And now you can see, now suppose by default also it will go and it will open this. If I'll go and click also, suppose if I go over here about us, if I'm calling, so I am getting this over here. Now from the angle, before also there was the way to implement the title. Like suppose I am on the home. So this title bar should display over here the home. If I will go and on the about us, so the this title should change related to the on which tab I have. So before Angular 14, there was a way to get and set the title over here. But from the Angular 14, we can go and you can add that one in the routing as well. So over here, you can see in this, we have only the path, redirect and over here path and the component. In this, you can go and you can make title and then I can go and I can create either the single or the double, any which one you want to use. Home. Now let's see. I have just added for the home. Go over here. Now you can see home works and this has been changed to home. By default, it will be going to have the, suppose if I will go over here. So it is home. But yeah, so we have given the home. So by default also it will, before it was the dmart, which you can go and you can see inside the our index.html, because every JS framework we have the one index.html file which is gives up to the browser. And over here you can see in the title we have the dmart. But now we want to change on the click of every. So we have gone and we have added the title in the routing. In the same way, you can go and you can add the title. So you can see before it was to write the functions, so we have to go and do this get and the set.
Amit, what is the path match?
Yeah, so we have the path match means it will go and it will match this whole path. Means we have this redirected to home, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
So it will go and it will match this whatever we are giving by default. So it should go and it should match this path. So we have the two option over here. One is the full and one is you can see this prefix. So
What?
always we are using this full only. So it will match all the full, whatever the like suppose currently we have only like the home. In the real time there will be folder under folder it will be there, right? So it
Oh,
will go
okay.
and it will match all your path.
So what is prefix then?
See the prefix it has created like this. it has added the home again.
Okay. Thank you.
And when you go and make it full, so it will go and it will not prefix with the whatever this home we have, it will not going to prefix. So it will only related to the our home component. Okay. So now we have added over here. Let's add to every title wherever you want to display this. So like suppose we have the grocery product, and then we have and you can add over here as well if you want. Page not found. We have seen this in the Stack Overflow. Sometimes their server is down, so you'll get this page not found. Now, if you go and navigate to any of the tab, based on the tab, the title will be get changed. Okay. And if I'll go and type something which is not over here, so now you can see we got the page not found and we are getting this UI. Now, in the component which we have is the parent component. And now in this, we have to go and we have to design the layout. Like already we have created the menu. So always it will be going to display on the top of our web page. And this outer outlet will be the body. So this will go and replace with the content which we will going to have over here. And then you can go and we can add the footer on the bottom over here. So let me go and create the footer. So you can see we have done the alignment. So on the always on the top menu will be there and all the content will be on the outer outlet and then on the bottom we have the footer. So let me go and create footer and as it will be going to have the prefix with the app. So we can write like sorry app footer over here. And once I will go and save, so now you can see it is saying the footer works. Now we want all this to be get displayed on our grocery product. So as it is, we'll go and we'll pop this. So now in the our app component, we have only these three selectors. These two selector, one is the outer outlet on this page. And now I want to make this in the our grocery product. So I will go and I will keep over here. And in this, I will go and uncomment this. We will go and comment. Okay. Comment from here. And now we have done the CSS over here as well. So let me go and copy the CSS in the so this product, save this file, and we have saved this as well. And now when we come to the this file, so from the item you can see this is we are passing to the our grocery which we have. So same way we need to pass this to the our, so we require to we have used the parent to child component over here. So all this we need to go and take in our that component. So we can go and we can copy this. So I will go and copy this both, and I will paste inside this grocery items on the, you can go and you can, so you can see by default it has not implemented the ng on init life cycle. So you can implement same way like we have the payload in our ASP.NET Web Form. So whenever the page will be get loaded and whatever the method we have called, or sometimes we used to bind the grid whenever the page load. So we used to put in the page load. In the same way, if you want to get something called by default, so you can go and you can put on the ng on init. So on init, and it is also in the @Angular Crossroad code library. And now I will go and implement ng, and over here I will go and paste this, and I need to copy this as well. Save, save this as well, and let's see whether we are getting the output or not. Okay, we have not saved, sorry. The page was not saved. Now we can see we are getting the, and it is getting in the our grocery over here on the product. Now we'll go and we'll create the, so we have done the routing as well, we have implemented. Now we'll go and create the form. So suppose there will be this form where you can go and you can add all these items with the images, or there will be some, okay, instead of career let me put the card. So we'll go and display how many items has been created. So let me go to the, I'll just change the name. So in the menu, and over here card, and then we have, let's see, so we have the card. So currently if you can see we are directly we are displaying over here the this price. So now we can go and we can add. So it depends on the country, which country. So you're creating, you can go and you can add. So I will use the concept of the pipe, and I will go and add the currency symbol over here. So I will go to the grocery items, and we are just using the item. So pipe symbol and then the currency, which is the inbuilt one. So currency, and then we have the parameterized pipe. So by default, it will go and it will take the US dollar symbol. If you want to go and parameterize with the other country, so you have to go and you have to pass that country code as a parameter. So over here, I will go and pass as a parameter of INR, and it should be in the capital. See, if I'll try to go and give in the small INR, and if I'll save and go to the, so you can see that has been not been changed. It has been applied over here. So always that parameter country code will be the in the capital. So now I will go and apply INR, save, and now you can see we have applied with the country symbol over here. Now, so suppose this is the, we can go and we can display two price. So suppose over here, I will go and we'll design that one using the CSS. So over here, I will go and again span, and suppose there will be the like for doing the marketing, they will use to write like this. The MRP will be like suppose we have given we have given over here 15. Directly I'm assigning the value, and it should be the currency, and then it should have the INR. So you'll see over here we have the two values. One is the MRP, and let me put this as a DMARC price. So you have seen like in they are doing for marketing, not in this, if they are doing for the like anyone doing, so there will be a cross like the MRP, they are showing like we are giving the discount. So they will go and give the cross on the MRP and they will show that our price is this one. So how we can go and we can make that?
Amit,
Yeah.
so can you give the space between the price and the currency? How to give the space?
Yeah,
If
you
you
can
see
add the beer.
only, okay.
Now you can see both if you want to
No,
put the
BR means next line, right? I want a space between MRP and DMARC. Like if you see in the sugar DMARC
yes,
price, yeah,
this one.
and yes, the after
Yeah, so you can,
rupees.
yeah, so you can put this in a container and there is a, we'll see the CSS one. So we have the justify content and there is a property of space between. So for the flex box, let me put over here. So suppose I put this in a div, okay, and I have added all this over here, and we have this two. And if you can see, it will be in a, means the size should small. That's why it is coming in the next line. Now there are the lots of CSS rule that we can achieve. So suppose style, I'm doing the inline, and then we have the justify content, and in this you can see we have the center, we have the space between. Let's see whether we have achieved. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . 。 . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . 。 . . 。 . 。 Okay, so we have to increase the size of that card. Then you can, or we have to go and give the font for that one. We need to give the font because if you can see, due to the space from here, it is coming to the next line. So with the help of CSS, we can achieve. We'll look into this, how we can go and we can display in a single line. We have to go and we have to reduce the size, font size of this MR, both the text. So it should come and it should be in the same line with the value, whatever we have. So I will show you how we can achieve this one.
Okay,
Now,
sure.
let's, we have like, suppose we have the, on this we have, so we have the cross sign. So I'm doing for now bin, I am hard coded, will make it dynamic. So what we have a tag in the HTML, which is s tag, and just you have to put this. So now you can see it has cross, and then it is showing that the MRP. Let me put the P here. So now you can see the MRP was this, DMARC price was this much, and the weight we have. So this is the one way you can go and you can use this S tag. Or there is like the text declaration, we have the line through. We can go and suppose I need to go and create a class over here. And I can go and I can write price difference or price line. Whatever the name of the class you can go and you can give. And over here, I'll go and text declaration, which is our line. And now I need to go and remove this S tag, and you can achieve this line over here as well. So instead of applying the hashtag, either you can apply the hashtag or you can go and you can write the class and this class name of your choice, whatever the class name you want to put, and save. And you can see both are going to give you the same output over here. So either you can use, depends on you which one you want to use. If you use the class, so you can use at the multiple places. And if you are going to use, and suppose you have to use the same tag, so everywhere you have to go and you have to call the tag. So for the global styling, instead of writing in the same over here in the same class, we have this CSS will work only for this component. It cannot go and work for the other component over here. So some CSS you want to be applied globally, so you require to put inside this style.css. So if I go and copy that, whatever I have written, that copy, save, and come to the our where you are, okay, style.cs, and in this save, save this, and now if I go, now also it is working over here. So some CSS you can go and you can put in the style.css, which will go and work for the rest of the component. And if you want the CSS to be only work for that particular component, so you need to go and put in the separate CSS file, so that will work for the that component, that will not going to work for the other component over here. Okay. And the which one you told like about the price and this one, that everything we can go and we can achieve with the CSS. You have to just work with the CSS and you can make. So see our this size is small. So when you are trying to put, so it is coming in the next line. So we have to go and we have to first work on the font size of this, whatever the content we are displaying. Because when you go and see by default, it will going to have the 16 pixel. So if you go to the compute, so in the letter spacing, it apply by default 0.25 pixel. And if you go, it will show you the style as well. What is the font size? So you can see font size, all normal, and we have the 14 pixel. It is applied. And we are giving the bold over here. So by default, it is getting applied over here. So if you want to go, you can go and you can reduce this font size and the font weight as well. So suppose, see by default, it is now if you check, so now it will be going to be the 16. By default, it is always 16. So always you can go and we can design this as well. So now we'll go and we'll create on this, like we have created the card over here, right? So in tomorrow class, we'll see how we can go and we can add the items. So I will add more items over here in this one. And on the click of the buttons, how this on the click over here, how in the card the items will going to be added. So the same way which we have created these two items, you can go and you can create in number of items. But see, in the I have observed that in the Angular material, we have when you have to go like suppose over here I'm displaying 5 items. When I have to go to the next line, so I have to use the flex layout. Without flex layout, we cannot achieve the this material card. If you use the bootstrap, so we have the grid systems. So if you go and specify the grid size, so after that grid, it will go and it will come in the next line. So if you have to, you can Google it about how we can go and make this in the next line. So you'll see that they have used the flex concept, flex layout. And what they will do, we are doing over here. So they will put all inside the div and they will specify some of the classes to this div. Like suppose we have from the mat card we are displaying. So what they will put all this in a div and they will start applying the flex layout. So that what it will go, you can go and you can define the size. Okay, in the first row, only I want the 5 items to be displayed. Then after the 5 items, it go and it will display in the next line. So this way you can go and you can add the items. So I will add through my items, my side also. You can go and you can add from your side and we'll see how we can go and click on the add buttons. How the items are getting added into our cart. Okay. Okay, so we'll continue from here from in tomorrow class. Do it.
Amit,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure how your plan in regarding the project. So do you have any plans like grid and in the grid add, delete, update, or
Yes,
the
yes.
form?
Yes. I will show you the crowd operation as well.
Okay. And like in the form, like text boxes, radio buttons, and a drop down, and clicking any button, saving like that.
Yes, everything. Today we have completed the routing. I will show you how we can go and you can create the forms and you can save the data.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
I will show you everything. Don't worry. Everything I will show.
Okay.
We will be creating a database for that one, so saving the data.
Yes,
So
yes,
we will
yes, yes.
database.
We'll work with the database,
Okay.
SQL database, and we'll create the API and we'll
Mhm.
integrate the API in this application.
So API and entity framework also will be going through.
Yeah, we can use the entity framework, code first
Okay.
approach we are going to use.
Mm,
So
thanks.
whatever the classes will go and create the properties, by default it will go and create the table.
Mhm.
So all the query will have to do in the link queue.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll connect tomorrow. Bye.